Hey guys, Fox here. Time for another Game Gods video. I know I've been slacking on YouTube lately, just been doing some shorts and all that. But I have amassed quite a few things for the last month and a half or so, and decided to make a Game Gods video so I can put all this stuff away. So let's get to it. First up, I was kind of sitting in the dark, not knowing that Game Informer has come back in print form. And so I resubscribed to them through Game Informer website. I don't think they're associated with GameStop anymore, but they still are probably sold at GameStop. Either way, I went ahead and picked up a back issue for Hades 2 here, Making of Hades 2. Really like this cover here, so I decided to pick it up. I have not read it yet, and when they shipped it, they put it in this bag and card. But yeah. Looking forward to reading some Game Informers once again. Another thing I picked up on eBay, I saw a guy just selling a bunch of these. I think they're pre-order bonuses, but were super cheap. And they are the Lunar Silver Star Harmony. I think these are bromide cards. So I'm going to go ahead and open them up so we can take a look at them. And pretty sure they were a pre-order bonus. But not 100% sure on that, So we already seen the Luna one here. We got Mia. Another Mia in the bed sheets. Jessica. You can tell these are kind of old and been sitting for a while because they're sticking to each other. Trying to get to this 3 there. Good gravy. There she is at the beach. And there's Jessica at the beach again. Jessica in the sheets. I wonder who the favorite here is. Phasia. And Zenobia. Very cool. I didn't know those were a thing because I sure as hell did pre-order Silver Star Harmony back in the day, and I did not get these. So maybe it was a specific retailer that did them. I don't know. So I went on a little mini vacation over to Biloxi, Mississippi to hang out with my dad and do a little gambling down there near the beach. So I hit up a few game stores out there, and one of them had Gachapon machines, and they had a Mother 2 Gachapon machine. So I decided, what the hell, I'll try to get one. So for a horribly inflated price for these Gachapon machines, I ended up with a Poo. Or Po, however you want to pronounce it. These are pretty cool. I thought it was pretty neat. I should have just bought more, but at that price, it was like $5. You know, typically it's like 500 yen, which is, what, $3? Maybe a little cheaper than that. But yeah, they were more expensive than that. They were like $10. This was $10. Not a good deal. But what was a good deal was a copy of Miner 2049er here. This is an old game. It's been ported to many things. But I think this is somewhat uncommon on the Game Boy. I haven't seen it before, and I've been collecting Game Boy cards for quite a long time. And lucky for me, they had this one priced under what it's going for, so I went ahead and picked it up. I also found another loose Genesis game. Yeah, it's loose, but it was well under its value at, I think they were selling it for $27, and that's Elysia Dragoon. Yeah, no box, no manual, anything like that, but I'm glad to have the game in my collection so I can at least give it a playthrough. And lastly, I picked up a complete box copy of Shadowgate Classic on the Game Boy Color. Box is in fairly rough condition, but everything's in there. The game, the manual, the cardboard, all the inserts, all the promo inserts in there. There's like 3 of them. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so Shadowgate Classic on the Game Boy. Or Game Boy Color, rather. Also found a couple manuals for the collection. For the Game Gear, I picked up Batman Forever. I just haven't found Batman Forever, just the cart yet. but cool that I found the manual for only like $1. And then for $4, I picked up a Pilotwings 64 manual. Now let's get on to some of the other stuff I got. I pre-ordered an amiibo. Notice that, oh crap, they're $30 now. Maybe they're bigger. Maybe this is just a big amiibo, you know, like some of those were. No, it's a standard size amiibo. Nintendo has lost their damn mind charging double for these amiibos. It's pretty asinine if you ask me. So I wasn't happy about that because I didn't know they were going to be regular amiibo size. I figured more money means bigger size, but nope. But anyways, I picked up Raiju from Tears of the Kingdom, rather. She's the desert chick. She does all the lightning stuff. She was one of my favorites to use alongside Link in the game because I liked her abilities. But yeah, I thought that was a cool amiibo to get. So, not for that price though. And they're all horribly expensive, and that's why you still see them all sitting on the shelves. Because ain't nobody gonna pay that much for amiibos, except for my dumbass. A game I picked up just the regular Switch 1 copy of this because I didn't know if I was going to get a Switch 2 or anything like that at the time. But that's okay. I picked up Guardians of Azuma for the Rune Factory game. And I've already played it and beaten this and had a very good time. Lots of fun, good city management, a little bit of building stuff, some farming, but you can have all the people who live in the villages take care of a lot of the tasks for you. So I wouldn't call this a farm sim at all. This is more of an action game with a fun story and a fantastic setting. Everything is like ancient Japan themed. All the music, all the food, the villages, the towns, everything is of old Japanese culture, and it's fantastic. Had a lot of fun, very competent action game. And would highly suggest it. It also has a Switch 2 upgrade, which I did end up paying for because I did get a Switch 2, which I'll show here in a little bit. And it ran great. It was a really cool game. And it came with a manual, which was surprising. A full color manual. Everything in there. Wow. Thanks, Marvelous. But yeah, really good game. Probably the best Rune Factory game that I personally have ever played, and would highly suggest it. I also picked up a copy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection for obvious reasons. For those of you that watch Alex Return to Monerbase and listen to the Gaming Gaiden podcast that I was on recently, our roulette has selected a Yu-Gi-Oh! Title. So we picked one on here. I have yet to start, but I will very soon. And I forgot which one we're playing. I think we're playing Tournament 2004 or World Championship 2005. One of those. So I gotta learn me some Yu-Gi-Oh! And get ready for a challenge with Alex. He's probably gonna kick my ass. During all these sales that happens in July, you know, Amazon Prime Day, Target Circle, Best Buy, whatever, Christmas in July, whatever they call it. I was at Best Buy and they were having some sales, and I was checking out all their games, and I picked up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I heard this was quite good, and they had this pretty well discounted. I believe it was $25, so I went ahead and picked it up. One of these days I'll get to it. When, I don't know. All right, on to the big purchase, which was a Nintendo Switch 2. Here's the box. You guys probably seen a billion unboxings. Not going to do that. So, picked up the Switch 2. There it is. You've seen it plenty of times. I'm not going to go through it. I find the system great. It's very comfortable. It's heavy. The screen, although not OLED, so you don't get quite the vibrant colors that you would out of the OLED screen, is still quite good for an LCD screen. I think it's not quite as good as the Sony PlayStation Portal screen, but still very good. It's fine. I've taken it on trips already. It's done fantastic. Battery life is meh. It's not great. It's not good. other than that, I like the snapping Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are a little more comfortable to hold, with them being a little smoother, and the bumps for the shoulder buttons and everything. Used it in tabletop mode, works fantastic. Played it on the dock, on the TV. That's where I played a lot of Rune Factory on. Really good. I'm happy with the purchase. I think it's a very good system, high quality. The build quality feels much better than the original Switch, in my opinion. But I wouldn't call it a full, like a leap to a new system. It kind of feels like a halfway point upgrade, if you know what I mean. But it's still good. It's just I think that's just going to be a common thing nowadays. Graphics just don't seem to me to be getting a whole lot better. They're not leaps and bounds better anymore. We're getting better shading, and we're getting some better colors and stuff like that. Better frame rates, and that's about all we're getting from these new generations. So it's good. So I'm happy with the purchase, and I guess that's what counts. I also went ahead and picked up the Switch 2 Pro controller. Really like this. This is a really good, fun to use. I have it right here. Comfortable. At first, I wasn't sure if I would like the perfectly smooth grips, because I liked having a little bit of texture from, say the original Pro controller or the DualSense and stuff like that. There, they have a little bit of texture on there. But it's great. It's comfortable. I always liked these Pro controllers. They're very comfortable. I liked the gray accent on the top and the bumper buttons, and inside the analog sticks are gray as well. And also they added these programmable buttons here in the triggers, which I probably will never use because I'm always accidentally pressing those. So I like that the face buttons are a little bigger. The joysticks are slightly bigger. They work great. Very happy with this controller. Now, lastly, picked up a couple Switch 2 games. Neither of them are Mario Kart, and they're not Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm very interested in Donkey Kong Bonanza. We got Mario Kart with my son, because I also picked up another Switch 2 for my son for his birthday. So, and his had the bundle with Mario Kart World. So that's where we play Mario Kart World. It's fine. It's fun. It's Mario Kart. I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan, but there's nothing wrong with it. I play it with him, and we have a decent time. But we're neither big racing or kart racer fanboys or anything like that. So now for the two games I did pick up specifically for the Switch 2, one was Cyberpunk 2077, or the Ultimate Edition, as they say. I mainly picked this up because I wanted to see how well this actually played on the Switch 2. And I was surprised. It held steady frame rates. It's not as pretty as a PS5 or anything like that. And the way they did that was they just removed some of the textures or some of the objects in the world and allowed it to run smoothly. And it looks pretty damn good for something that's on a handheld. I was impressed. It's pretty cool that such a graphic intensive game is playing on a $450 handheld. I mean, now Steam Deck, it probably runs it just fine. I don't know for graphic comparison which is better, to be honest with you. No idea. I don't have my Steam Deck anymore. I never played it, so I sold it. So yeah, played it for a little while. Not too much to give opinions on Cyberpunk just yet. It's been on my backlog for quite some time, so hopefully I'll get to it sooner than later now that I have it on the Switch. And the other game I picked up, unfortunately, is a game key card, which I'm still not for. I don't like it, but it's there. It is what it is. I'm not going to give too much flack for it. But yeah, it's Bravely Default Flying Fairy. This is the HD remaster. Looking forward to playing this. I really did enjoy Bravely Default on the 3DS until the very end. I didn't like the repetitive boss thing that was going on. Just kind of felt like I was replaying the whole damn story again. Didn't enjoy that. But overall, I really liked the game. I liked most of the story. I love the battle engine. Tons of fun. So I want to look at this. I heard it looks actually really beautiful, that they did an amazing job upgrading this for the Switch 2. So that's it, guys. Those were all my pickups for the last month and a half. So let me know what you guys been getting, and let me know what you think of the Switch 2 if you guys picked it up. Yeah, love, hate game key cards. Probably mostly hate. It's all good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.